What's up? Happy post-Thanksgiving to you all. Welcome in. Get to do our usual hangout for a bit while people funnel in. Huge weekend for Michigan. Oh my God. I was there. I was at the game. I guess I tweeted that out. Yeah, 24 years ago, my mom and I was 12, went in 96, 97. Einstein, what's up? Well, I mean, I was there in 96, 97 when Woodson intercepted the ball in the end zone and returned the punt, and we went to the Rose Bowl and then won the national title. So that was pretty good, but I was 12. So being 36, a little bit of a different experience. I've been to some crazy-ass games, though, dude. I've been to World Series. I've been to NBA Finals. But, yeah, for Michigan, it's the best game in years, at least a decade. Hula Bulu, what's up? Yeah, it was amazing. How was y'all's holiday? Good? Bad? I mean, I guess a lot of you aren't even from the U.S., so no such Thanksgiving for you. Yeah, EU. What's up, Self-Sovereign? Is Kaz joining? I didn't ask him. I'll send him a note. Yeah, hell yeah, Daster Go Blue. Jesus. It's been so long. It's been so long. So you see I'm wearing a Xavier shirt today. So I went to Xavier in Cincinnati, Ohio. And you know, like the majority of my friends, because like the majority of your life friends come from college, they don't come from high school, at least in my experience. The majority of like my life friends are Ohio State fans. So it's been a pretty shitty last 15 years. It's nice to get that back. Oh my God. Jamie, absolutely. Go Blue, big win. I mean, I think we could all come together in fucking hating Ohio State. I don't care where you are, where you're from. Unless you're from Ohio. You pretty much fucking hate Ohio State. These dated monkeys? It's still funny to me that's what I thought your name was first. Not the sedated monkey, but these dated monkeys. Who's actually from Ohio? You know, here's the thing. Ohio, for as much as I shit on it, well, I've only lived in Cincinnati, and Cincinnati's pretty cool. From Greece. Grecia. Sweet. Dude, I love Greece. Florian on BTC. We're going to talk about it, man. We're going to talk. We'll get there. Hey, everyone. Shenaggy P. Hi, everyone. First time catching the stream live. Great to have you in here. As most people know, if I notice you're a first-time chatter and you ask a question, I'll answer your question. So, joining from a secret location in the Middle East. It's kind of interesting. A little different music today. I don't know what the hell this is, but I added it at some point. All right. Here's my usual pulse check. Drinky Boku, dude. So I am going to talk about Boryoku Dragons at some point on this stream because this shit is insane. I have a crowd here, including myself, that are sensitive to swearing. It's possible to tone it down. I will try, but I can't guarantee that. So we had a big rinse this weekend. Obviously, I had a tweet that went out that kind of showed what would happen before it happened, right? So we had the rinse that we all kind of expected. Yeah, I'll try. Like I said, I have a 4-year-old. I can't cuss in my house anywhere. As weird as it is, I like cuss here. And it just kind of is what it is, right? I'm trying to do better, though. So we got the rinse that we thought we were going to get, and now we've kind of rallied. So as per the usual start to any stream, how are you all feeling? Scam pump? Is this back to resuming up only? Now we got like 40, 50 people in here. And I can't even see what's on Twitter. So there may be more, there may be less. By the way, if you're on Twitter, I can't hear you. If you type something, I don't see it. So if you want to chat, come into Twitch or YouTube. You can do either one. I'll see either one on my little chat box, but I can't see Twitter anymore since Twitter got rid of Periscope. But I seriously want to know, what's the temperature of the audience? Because there is some alpha in that. Like, did we all flip back to being straight up bullish? Bull tired? Just, we'll just forget this entire thing happened? His dudeness going with the logical retail FOMO hasn't even started yet? That's true. I felt confused, so I knew I needed to come to the stream. First step to get over stuff to 61K, semi-stabled. Akorian's here, that's great. These dated monkeys, which is what I'll refer to as just because it's funny to me. I believe this could be a very nice bull trap. I agree. I'm 50-50 trading low time frames either way. Low time frames interesting. I mean, you can scalp off low time frames. So for those of you who are new, which I understand, we have new people every day, every time we stream. Shnaggy P, rather bullish, but aware that we're not out of the woods yet. It's a great way to look at it. Yeah, my whole mantra, my whole thesis is to get the macro moves right and try to create plans for different scenarios of what can happen and then kind of react from there. All right. Show different scenarios and where things are probably going to go and put ourselves on the right side of that trade. That's the idea behind plus expected value. So my name is on Twitter is JM plus EV. Plus EV. I'm simplifying this, but the concept is you want to put yourself in a situation where you have a good idea of your expected outcome and having it be in your favor. Okay, so plus expected value for whatever position you're taking on. There's people who gamble that buy resistance. There's people who panic and sell support. We just try to find the major spots in the market and trade against them and make money. I have a fund that I manage publicly that if you come into the Stack Labs chat, I'll tell you about. You can monitor it. You can pretty much see what I'm thinking at all times. It's not always 100%. But it's pretty close to how I feel at any given time, which is nice. So, I didn't hear anybody coming in here like jumping off top rope saying bullish. Shnaggy said rather bullish, but aware we're not out of the woods. That was like the most bullish thing that's been said so far. Anybody else want to come over the top and just make their proclamation that this is it, we're good? One word, Luna. Yeah, Luna's having a day, dude. Oh my God. Luna is having a day. Ging CCG says we're good. All right. So Ging's coming in saying I think we're good. Bottom's in. His dudeness with Romdow. All right. So it sounds like we have a pretty reserved crowd, which is good. I think reserved is good. Dan says lengthening the cycle, Rome to 5K, RSR. Got an interesting group in here. Interesting group. I don't know, you know, there's obviously you see my profile picture on Twitter is a Boryoku dragon. Floor is over $50,000 now. Which if you were in the Stack Labs chat, we were talking about when it was like 5. We were in talking about it when it was 5 Solana. The last one just sold for 250 Solana. Like, yeah, we talk about macro, but there's a lot of really smart people in the Stack Labs chat, which is why it's fun. So if you're in a Telegram, great. If not, that's fine too. But the nice thing about the group of people who actually do choose to come in and join the chat room is they're all pretty much looking to do the same thing. And I notice after every stream, a lot of people join and people that leave. There's the invite link for anybody who cares to join. And the people who aren't about that life, that don't want to be part of that community, I'm perfectly fine with them leaving. There's a pretty cool group of people in there, though, that really find great stuff. Alcorian, definitely among them. Ataxi is in there all the time posting alpha. Like, there's some really, really good stuff. So please come join us. Yeah, absolutely. Get some emojis up in the chat room. Let's go. Boom. There's the tier 3. Tier 3 subs. Get the light blue one. Henry can confirm the group's A+. All right. So I'm going to do this really quick. And Strutters, what's up, boy? I'm going to play the video that I just posted on Twitter because I want to talk about it. And I want to talk through how it happened and why it works and yada, yada, yada. So you guys can learn to watch for it yourself. Believe me, nobody talks about it. In fact, I think I saw one other person that's even spoken of the A-line that's not named Kaz. So people don't really see it. It's a nice little bit of alpha that we have in the group, and I want to talk about that. So I'm going to pause my music, and I'm going to go play this stream highlight. It's like a minute and a half, so I'll be right back. Okay. But the most important point also, there's language coming, sorry. To me, at this exact moment, is right here. 63.5, 63.8, 64. Anywhere in this area. So if we pump back up again and we reject this area and reject it hard, I will sell almost everything I have to cash. Everything. Ethereum, that I'll sell everything to cash line is here at like 45.5, 4,600. But we want the same thing to happen here, okay? This AVAX versus ETH dick measuring contest had us pop up, test the 50 MA, and we reject it back down. We want to see strength again here. We want to flip the 50 MA from resistance to support. Those are the productive things that we want to see happen this weekend. I do think we'll see a reversal in the near future and start making some higher highs on a lower time frame, and then it will become more of a question as to whether or not we can actually get past this A line and not form a higher time frame lower high. But I will watch very closely for that area, like this whole area right in here, for a rejection, because if it rejects, it's gonna be a fucking dark and cold winter. All right, we're back. Yes, so Wakabe beat me there. His dudeness, 50 MA on the daily. Yeah, so there's a bunch of stuff going on. First off, thanks for watching the video. I like to pull that out because, look, that was 7 days ago, guys. That was literally a week ago. And, we nailed every bit of that. Every bit of that. That was, like, right here. I was streaming during this bar, okay? And we got the strength, the flip, the wick, all the way down, okay? It was unbelievable. We're going to get the crystal ball and hang out here more, man. So I want to talk through that because that move repeats itself constantly. And I want to talk about the psychology of like trading what I just did. All right. And one, how hard that is, but two, understanding what you're doing and managing your own emotions, because we're all in this space to do better, to learn more, to make money. Whatever it is, and we all have like a very bullish macro scope, right? And obviously I'm talking about Ethereum. I was talking about Bitcoin in the video too, and that has not resolved itself yet, okay? So there's some be wary approach on there. But I say this because, or I want to bring this up to talk about this quickly, because I think it's worth people trying to internalize what exactly happens and why that signal is so powerful, okay? Trends, trading with the trend and not against the trend is the most powerful lesson you can learn in crypto, or in trading, really, not crypto, just in trading. And this trend went back from September all the way through, and it broke in the middle of November, which is not a ton of time, but it is a little mini trend. And when that breaks down and you see these bars, like let's look at this for a moment. And I just want to touch on this idea. Okay, it's a 20% move from top to bottom in the span of a couple of days, maybe a week. And when I feel myself, Salmia, what's up, buddy? When I feel myself saying stuff like, see, look, I just stopped myself from swearing. When I see it down here and I'm like, all we have to do is rip 20% backwards and we're back in the game, right? Like when you start feeling yourself, like, I think of it like a golf shot, okay? When you hit a golf shot and it's left of the green, but the wind is like blowing it, but you're like, there's no way, man, I hooked that terrible. And you're like, and you're just trying to like urge it on. That's when you know you're probably in a bad spot, okay? And that's kind of what happens down here. You got like, if it just like 20% more. Just 20% back, we'll be back, we'll have regained the trend and we'll be fine, right? And it just doesn't happen that often, okay? Where you just turn around and flip. Kaz says if ETH breaks 4.5, I'm going to be so absurdly bullish for the rest of the year, and December is going to have a heck of a lot of fireworks. He's not wrong, because that's kind of the next iteration of this. This line, just because we rejected once, isn't like, all right, it's all done. Usually what happens when a trend breaks like this, guys, is you range. So the nice thing is we actually put in a bottom that had a previous side. I'm trying, okay? I'm trying. When I get heated, though, it's not going to happen. Right now, I'm feeling good. Had a good weekend. Michigan won. I'm happy, all right? If I'm hot, if I become angry, Jared, you should just turn off the stream. So the trend breaking like this usually results in a range, a trading range, if we don't break down. Like when it happened at the start of the year, it looked like this. Start of the year, May. You lose the trend, breaks down, it just kind of hangs out down here, trends down below. So there's a risk of this happening, of this just kind of bouncing between 39 and 47, and just kind of moving sideways, which I'm 100% okay with. But the bull case, the bull scenario is that, right? It's flip this to support, and then you have a chance. Now, I could even see, I doubt we'll move backwards in time. I could see this moving and this probably flipping to resistance, okay? And yeah, I'm like 99% sure that it will, okay? So keep that in mind for your targets. That if we are able to flip this area from resistance, which it is now, to support, this previous trend is probably going to act as resistance. So if you start looking at trades and evaluating, is this a 5-hour trade? Is this a 7-hour trade? Is this a 10-hour trade? Whatever it is, this is probably your next area, right? That it's going to be bad. You also could probably say, in fact, yeah, I'll add this to my area of resistance to watch out long term. It would be somewhere in there, okay? So if we play this out for the remainder of the year, yeah, I don't think we're going to go much higher than like 5,500 before the end of the year. It could go to 6,000 if things go crazy. But this is like a long step to go, a long way to go. All right? I will say this. I didn't think we'd even get this pump. I didn't even think we'd get this. So I moved to cash pretty significantly here, as I said I would in the video, and I still am. And here's the part about that. I'm okay with that. I had my plan. I stuck to my plan. I think this is not easily overtaken where we sit right now. We are already starting to see some resistance here, and there's going to be even more in here. But I also know, like we talk about all the time, there's always another trade. So if this goes through, like I sold in this bar right here. I came into the Stack Labs chat and said, hey guys, things look like shit. Cover your butts. And an hour later, we dropped from 4,400 to 4,500 to 3,900. Right? Yeah, I'll let you know. Well, look, Polar Bear, I want to tell you what scenario I would actually get back in again right now. So if we are able to flip this and go up and prove this, I will get back in right here. Okay? It's a terrible arrow, but what I'm trying to say is this area is where I would get back in. Nibbler says, did you short it when you exited? Absolutely not. No, I did not. It is against my ethos right now to short. I have no problem moving to cash, right? Yeah, it's 3 a.m. when it went nuts. So this is my scenario for entering, and I'm okay. Well, Jared, you sold here and you bought back higher. Yeah, I did. But having these sorts of plans and thinking about this stuff through to conclusion before it happens, and staying to your plan saves you a lot of money. It's been really interesting watching all the 2017, 2015, 2016 crypto guys talk about how poor they were after the end of the last cycle, and how they saw 7-8 figures evaporate to nothing because they were down here going, all we need is just, the reverse BART, man. If we get the reverse BART, it'll be right back up, and I'll have regained all of those paper gains that I lost when this thing dropped. And then what ends up happening? What? It goes down a lot lower, and people just bag hold. I'm not about that life, man. I'm not about that life. I want to secure what I've done so far. I want to help you all protect your capital. Yeah, Kaz and I talk about this all the time. Like, there's such a fine line between hopium and being real in this game because people want to be hopeful. And I am hopeful. That's why I don't short. Right? That's why I don't short. I don't short in a bull market like this because it's just not worth it to me. It's against who I am. I'll be second guessing myself constantly. And that's just not, I'm not doing it. Okay? So this area is your key area now. I think that if we continue going today, which we probably will, whenever there's a pump in the market like this before like noon, 1 o'clock, it usually sustains for the entire day. So I imagine we'll probably see this move to this level before the end of the day. And we're going to reject 4,500. I write it down. I swear to God, we will. We'll reject 4,500. It's just how it works, okay? Don't ask me why. I assure you we will. Reject right there. Well, no. There's some shit I got to keep to myself. Pardon my language. Einstein. There's some things I got to keep to myself. We will reject 4,500. I'm still not going to short it. Because what happens after that is what really matters. And if we just kind of consolidate under this rejection and hold, then that's fine. Dacomo, this is why Plus EV works for me. I don't have the experience, confidence, or knowledge yet to make these calls. Let me tell you what, man, when I first started doing this, I was pretty nervous that I was going to get on and stream and look like an absolute clown. And I was like always searching for other people's validation in my thoughts. Like, what do you think, man? Is this right? I think I've gotten past that level of caring. And I have my system. If you like my system, which is more of like I'm not going to catch every heater, but we're going to make solid gains and compound those gains, then yeah, I'm not a bad person to listen to. If you want to look for like the hottest alt where you're going to try to rip 1,000 X's, then I'm not your guy. All right, let's just take a logical approach to trading. Can somebody tell me why gas is 266 right now? I know there's a lot of very smart traders watching this right now. I've been looking at gas all day. It hasn't been. It's 282 now. It has not been 282 all day. Is there something happening right now that somebody can tell me about? Because I do monitor gas as a signal. Those of you who know what you're talking about, please take a look and let me know. It's hard to do. Is the internet down? In general? Nothing I'm aware of. Is it art blocks? Okay. Well, then I don't care. Art blocks. Ugh. All right. Nothing to worry about then. When you start getting like seeing major ARB plays happening live, usually a good idea to protect yourself. Yeah. To the person who said I just came in, can you explain your strategy, please? Like macro level strategy? I'm a macro trader. I catch high time frame moves, and I've been trading and posting about it since ETH was $200. You can get on TradingView and check my name out, Chicago Jared. You'll see all my charts. I don't post them there anymore because it's not worth it. I do it all here in front of you. Anyway. Where are you? Good Lord. So, I like the move on Ethereum. Ethereum's driving the market. Let's talk about that really quick. And for those of you who know me, know that I don't care if my charts look busy, because if they're on there, they're important. Okay? So Hula Baloo asked, what happens if ETH looks good and BTC hits R? Well, there's a couple things that could happen, but more than likely, it's going to halt us in our tracks. More than likely, it's going to halt us in our tracks. So we had this little run on Ethereum versus BTC this morning. Einstein says I can't hear or see anything in the video. Is everybody else okay? Just to confirm, nobody likes to play an empty room. We're good. It's on you, Einstein. Stream's fine, thank you. Bobin. Einstein, it's probably your internet. Thank you all for confirming. Bueno, good, fine. Bunch of different ways people say fine. Pretty interesting. Good shit. Good stuff. So ETHBTC, this is a key level, and there's a lot of red up here on purpose, okay? A lot of red up here on purpose. As we've talked about in terms of my strategy, it's finding the right moves from a macro perspective, trading the easiest one with the most liquidity in and out as you like, okay? I keep things very simple on my charts because when I look at them, I don't want to have to think like, what the hell was I thinking here? Because quite frankly, like I am like 3 steps removed from being Guy Pearce in Memento. Okay, that's how great my memory is, which is a positive from a trading perspective. You don't remember losses, but also bad because you don't remember what the hell you put down either. So this area is a big area. If you go all the way back on this, it is like no joke. This is the last real remaining resistance on ETHBTC. This entire square. You go, damn, Jared, that's a huge amount. Yeah, it is. But it's not, you can't really just like boil this down to a line, right? So yeah, I expect we'll see resistance in here all the way up. The real way that you want to think about this is you want to get positioned. If things go back to up only, which I'm not saying we're there yet. Kaz will on his stream tomorrow at 2 p.m. Pacific. But I won't. And neither will he. I'm just joking. But you want to be well positioned if things resume up only. No, Kaz and I are boys. Kaz got hit with an ad? Oh, shit. Your sub. I turned that off. That's pretty funny. You want to be positioned before this breakout happens, because I'm telling you, whatever you think you've seen in crypto will look nothing like what happens when we break out from 0.085 to 0.10. It's going to be a 20% move in Ethereum versus Bitcoin. You definitely want to be positioned appropriately before that happens. All right. All right. What's up? Now you get the ads. All right. I'll wait like a few minutes, not even a minute, and then I'll go talk about Bitcoin. How do we know when that is actually a breakout, not just a fake out above? Are you talking about, you're talking about on ETH BTC, Jamie? The short tour. Yeah, so on ETH BTC, there's a couple ways to do that. You would see this. No, I don't really log my charts. You would probably see this ahead of time. And that's a place where you definitely want to be in Ethereum. And even if we go up here and reject, you could sell to Bitcoin and come back down and kind of trade this against each other. Buy the flipped resistance support, sell the resistance if the breakout doesn't happen. And that would kind of get you well positioned. But quite frankly, here's the thing. I say you want to be well positioned, but at the end of the day, what will happen is what always happens. If you actually break out, you come back down, you test that resistance, now it's support. So resistance flipping to support. Everybody thinks if you break through, that's it. We broke through resistance, therefore it must be support. That is wrong. That is wrong. I've said it like 1,000 times in other streams. When is it proven? Someone from the class. When is it proven? Bobin. First one to get it right. Yes. It's when it's tested from the other side that it's proven. It's when it is tested from the other side. This arrow I just put in is when it's proven. Salmia has another one. If it puts in a higher low above that level, it's kind of the same idea. Generally speaking, that the higher low won't, if the higher low just comes in space, like it just comes out here and not near any key level, that's very strong and very unlikely to happen. So it's not just to break through, it's to come back down and retest it before moving higher. So to Jamie's actual question, when do you know it's confirmed? Well, I would try to play this range breakout retest, okay? And then if you see it come up here and reject, you can sell and kind of collect some scalps along the way. If you don't catch it in time, you want to look for this and then get long, right? Yeah, I should have a test, man. I should have a test. You should have a test for voting in this country, too. You must demonstrate basic economic mastery before you can vote on anything to do with the economy. Otherwise, stay your ass at home. Yeah, look, I don't really trade on leverage often, guys. Like I told Kaz the other day before the move up to 4,500, we were at 4,000, that I had my largest position in years, weeks at least, maybe a year, where I was using close to 5x leverage. But I felt that good about it. That's as large as I ever go. And that was from 4,000 to 4,500. Yeah, it doesn't need to be mastery of the fundamentals, all I'm talking about, not actual mastery. All right, now let's go to what everybody wants to talk about, which is Bitcoin. And this is probably the case that everybody wants to hear and everybody wants to talk about. So I'm going to talk about it right now. What is the deal with Bitcoin? Even though it's a complete bag of dicks, all right? It is. Right now, Bitcoin, the only reason why we are not at all-time highs is because of Bitcoin. Truly. So remember, how do you draw a channel? Well, here's one pivot that was respected. Here's another pivot that was respected. draw the line between them, extend it, clone it to the other side. Channel bottom, channel top. Pretty standard TA 101 stuff, right? And we'll stick with that, and it will be that forever. Now, you can adjust those things because we have additional pivots. Like we have this pivot here, and you can see that's what I draw on the 3-day is the adjusted one. But anyway, let's go back to my original point because, you know, I'm ADD and I lose my space sometimes. We tried really, really hard to flip this channel top to support. Really hard, okay? Broke out, came down, failed, popped back up, failed again, you know, held here, popped up, rejected. Now you got a double top with the divergence on the time frame, which is when I said, hey guys, might want to cover your butts the first time. And sure enough, it was the top. All these videos exist on my YouTube channel, by the way. It's not like I'm making this stuff up. There's a greatest hits in there that I almost get annoyed adding to now because it's all there. But we essentially called this top here. We knew it was the top. It broke down. Well, I look at this and I think this is a deviation. Here's a little bit of alpha for you guys sitting at home or going, all right, what's this guy talking about? He's going to tell me some stuff that I can use. What's the alpha? Where's it coming from? And when I say these things, a lot of times people will DM me afterward on Telegram, which I have no problem doing, guys. Like, I don't have a large enough following. You want to message me on Telegram. First off, if you message me on Telegram and I look and you're not in the Stack Labs chat, I'm not going to answer you. So join the Stack Labs chat and then I'll answer you. So if I don't see you're in there, I'm not going to answer you. If I see you're in there, I'll happily take a look. But people have asked me before, they say, will this and the things you've covered today, will they apply to blank alt? Will they apply to stocks? Will they apply to futures? Yes, it applies to everything. Okay. There's not like, here's only for crypto. There's a few things that you can apply just to crypto, and I point that out when it happens. But for the most part, this stuff is pretty standard. All right. So the point I'm making here is this: try and to fail this channel top breakout typically responds like this. And it applies to every single thing you'll look at. Every single thing, doesn't matter what it is. If you try to get a range high or a channel top breakout and it fails so much so that it fails down back into the channel, it is almost always going to test the other side of the channel. Almost always going to test the other side of the channel after you surrender the breakout attempt. All right, get out your notes, get out your pen, write down whatever the hell it is you got to write down. So when you're looking at alts and you see this stuff happen, you notice it and you do something about it. I'm doing that right now, Cyphers. I'm actually explaining everything right now. Cypher said I'm joining late. I know you're explaining now, but how is BTC looking overall to you? Yeah, I'm about to tell you. Okay, so if you fail this breakout attempt, you're almost always going to test the other side of the channel. I'm talking about that for weeks. For weeks. So here is the bull case for me on Bitcoin. We got pretty darn close on this. All right, we were within, it was 5,300. At that point, it would have been 50,000. We were within 3,000 of touching the other side. I do honestly think we're going to reject here. So, you know, everyone's going to be like, oh, he's a bear. Kill the bears. That's fine. Call me whatever you want. I'm a profit maximalist. I don't care what's happening. So I think we're going to reject here now. And see how this div is, or how we actually turned up. I would love, like truly love this to happen. That would be so unbelievably bullish and healthy for Bitcoin long term. I can't even tell you. This would probably form a bull div on the MACD if it happened as well. It would be flipped pivot, support to resistance, channel bottom. Like there'd be so many things that would make sense if this were to happen. So I am not like, oh my God, I'm not even going to consider getting back into the market until I see something resolve here. Okay. until I see something resolve here. I think this has been flipped down. I do. Maybe I'm wrong. Usually not. Sometimes I am. But it would be the same thing. If this ends up not working, meaning if my idea does not work and we come up again, then I will long here and not a moment before. And that's just looking for confirmation, guys. Am I going to have the best fill ever if I do that? Nope. No. Will I have the most likely chance of making money versus knife catch buyers and breakout traders? Yep. Yeah, 100%. And that's more like my trading strategy. So exactly right. So Only Bad Names Left has the exact idea. And this is like my mantra. The people always ask me, what's your trading strategy? My trading strategy is to do what we all try to do. There are 4 trades. 1, big winner. 2, small winner. 3, break-even trade. 4, small loss. Nowhere in there did you hear about a 10x leverage liquidation that caused me to like reconsider my life decisions, okay? Put yourself in the best position to succeed. That's all I care about. That's all I care about. Only Bad Names Left got it exactly right. It literally encapsulates who I am as a person, who I am as a trader. I moved out of Chicago and I sold the top of the real estate market in Chicago because I saw what was happening to the city of Chicago. So I got the hell out. It's not like this is only something I do in trading. Now I live in a beach community on Lake Michigan. That's pretty nice too. So you have all these different things that are stacking up. And if you can get yourself to a long where the invalidation is very, very clear right below it, then I set my stops and we're great. So that'd be scenario 1. If this thing just keeps going, I promise you we're going to reject the 50-day. Promise you right now. If this just up onlys the rest of the day, we will reject the 50-day. Yeah, Einstein, every single stream is recorded and watchable for a short amount of time on Twitch and for a longer time on YouTube. So if you click on my profile link on Twitter, it has my Yat address in there and all my stream links are there. The easiest way to get there. So this right here, this name, you can click on my links, you can find all my stuff, including an invite to the Telegram channel. So, Winnie and S. Yeah, I know. We'll get there. I don't have it yet. I'm sure somebody already went and bought it. So that would be scenario 1. I think the more likely scenario is we kind of futz around and end up down there. And I will be interested in a long from there. And I'll let you know about it when it happens. Because that to me is pretty bullish. And like, even if you use my elongated case here, that's only 2 weeks from now. 2 weeks from now. Are you guys okay with sideways movement and chop for 2 weeks to set us up to go to 100 grand in the first quarter? I am. I am. So, when you get this deviation, you expect to test the other side. Now, here's the contrarian case. Or the other side, I guess. Stock to flow dead. You know what, man? I'm not a huge fan of stock to flow personally. I know it's worked out. It's just not my bag. I saw it, Wakame. Thank you. I will try. We'll wink wink on that one. I'll try to get there. The contrarian view on this. Sniping for you or sniping for me? The contrarian view on this is it already happened because, again, the pivot forms on both sides. So you could say take the top, clone it to the bottom. Did we just get the overshoot to the opposite side and is the bottom in? I don't know. I don't know. Either way, I don't really care. Like, I don't fret about it. I'm not worried about it. I'm not worried about the possibility of the bottom being in and me missing it. Because if the bottom is in, then we'll break through my local resistance here and flip it to support, and I'll along the support. It's the whole mastery of your head. Somebody said it earlier. Master your psychology. Understand there's always another trade, and then you really stop stressing. Like, how many of you lost sleep this weekend over that sell-off? Anybody? Don't lie to me. There's 100 of you in here. Me. Okay. Yeah. Yep. Guilty. Bad. Woke up at 2 a.m. was worried. This shit's hilarious, guys. Yes. I slept great this weekend. Thank you for asking. Good for you. All right, we got a hand raise from Orange Peel. JV7 XBT in cash and comfy. If you mint NFTs, you can't sleep. Beautiful ciphers. Great way to look at it. Dan says I would have if I was on left. 100%. Anti-line. May made me numb unless it's like a minus 30% in one day. That's a good point, man. There's an element of like, my wounds are so deep now that from before that a flesh wound is like, that's not shit. Right? Also, somebody just joined the Stack Labs Telegram room whose name is The Juice is Loose. And I love it. That's amazing. Nibbler, I panic sold and will buy the high as usual. Nibbler, you better here for a while, man. How you keep doing that? Not me, for real, for real. Polar Bear says I lost 200K in 20 minutes. Yeah. So, here's what I would say to you, Polar Bear. Particularly if you built that up from nothing, that's a lot of money. Are you trading with 20 million and you lost 200K? Are you trading with 2 million? Are you trading with 400K? And I would encourage you to look at it as percentage loss. There you go, overexposed. I was overexposed. Great. Okay, you acknowledge what happened. You were overexposed. How do you change that for next time? I tell the story all the time about when I blanked my account on stocks when I first started trading. And then obviously after I got hacked. Another time where it was like, you know, you got to change your ways. Like when it happens, how do you change your ways so that you don't ever let it happen again? So I hope you're there, Polar. If not, let's chat. Shit, I almost knocked down my green screen. Okay. So does that make sense on Bitcoin? Anybody have any contrarian views on this? The other thing I would say too, just while I'm waiting for responses from you all, this area, the A line on BTC has not fallen yet. It has not been tested yet. And as much as we, as primarily Ethereum or altmaxes, like to say that like we're not beholden to Bitcoin price action, we are. Okay, we are. So we need Bitcoin to like get its head out of its ass a bit. And so even if we do get this, I expect this area, like I said in the video I just played for you guys at the start of this stream, to be an issue. It's not going to be easy. So the A line very well may reject again. Oh yeah, by the way, a bunch of people messaged me. I haven't seen the A line anywhere. How do I learn more about it? You watch this stream because nobody talks about it but me. A-line, the reason why it's an A-line, well, there's a couple reasons. There's the funny reason and there's the not so funny reason. Let me show you. The A-line, it's called an A-line because you have this line and then you draw a line over and then like you're kind of forming like the middle of an A, okay? So that's the idea behind A-line. The less PG explanation is it's called the ass line. It's like where the ass of the trend broke. And then it also has, a history there. But the idea is when a trend breaks, guys, it doesn't matter what it is. And like, here's some alpha for those of you who want to use this moving forward. Okay. Let's say that this happens. And it might. Let's say that Ethereum rejects here, which I think it will. And we just kind of do this for a while. Ah, you bastard. And you just like kind of do this and you compress. Denny, what's up? Welcome. When you finally break out on that trend, guess what, guys? Works both ways. It works both ways. So if we get this breakout of this trend down, this right here is a long. Yeah. Yeah, so it works both ways. It works not with impunity, but pretty darn close. And can make you a ton of money. And again, a lot of times when people say like, I don't want to buy breakouts, I'm not sure what to do, I feel like I'm too late, it's because they think that the only entry is on this. Oh, balls. Is on this, on the breakout. It's not. There's always another entry, guys. There is always another entry. Every time. Nib Trader, I guess I already knew the answer, but hope the God Trader JP has another opinion. Okay, so Hula Baloo says, so are you saying even if ETH is leading BTC, okay, even if ETH is leading, comma, let's use English, folks, or grammar, BTC will bring it down even if it's super bullish? Yes. Yes. It will. I'm just messing with you, man. I'm just messing with you. I just hate sounding like an idiot. Is Kraken a good platform? I mean, I guess. No. I trade on Bybit. I know you're not a native speaker. You did fine. A comma would have done it, just so you know. Yes. So keep an eye on all of these. Leo Paul says, did you rebuy the ETH you sold around 4.5? No, I didn't. Nope. I won't rebuy it until that happens. I get a flip of that area. I think this is kind of fool's gold right now. In Scriptech, is Kraken a good platform? I just kind of flippantly said, yeah, I guess. I don't think so. Like, I don't use it. I look for the best liquidity. And for my money, the best liquidity is on Bybit. I don't even have like a ref link to show. Okay. I don't even have a ref link to show. So it's not like you're paying me to say that. Workaholic, thank you for the resub. Oh, in Scriptech. That's a nice try, Fed. I only trade when I go to Canada, personally. So, I don't know. VPNs work. Yeah. Yeah, I'm in NFTs. I have many dragons. I have 10 dragons. All right, real quick. Let's do the DeFi perp. Falling down like we kind of thought it would. Again, I'm very cold on DeFi at the moment. I have not seen any relative strength to speak of on DeFi for a while. A lot of you were probably in the chat room the other day, excuse me, when somebody asked about like Link and then, I don't know, a bunch of other shit that's terrible. Aave. Not terrible, they're great. They just can't catch a bid. Sushi. Okay, Sushi, Link, Aave, like they all look like garbage relative to ETH. So I will say this loud and clear. There is no reason, zero reason at all to own any DeFi anything right now. None. None. You want to see why? I'll show you why. Here's Link. You're like, hey, man, that's not bad. I mean, look at this, dude. It continues to go down. From the Link Marine top to where we are right now, if you did... it was absurd. It's down 88% versus Ethereum since the Link Marine top. If you held because you're like, no, man, this is amazing. You're down 88% versus had you sold to ETH at this point and literally done nothing else. You're down 88%. There's no reason to own anything DeFi right now. The DeFi perp is actually a little bit deceiving. Shike, you as well. Because it actually is putting in like a higher low here. But if you look at what the DeFi perp is comprised of, there's like a few pretty strong instruments that are buoying this thing and lifting it up. So I think DeFi is not worth owning until you see price exploration on this. Okay. Dot is layer 0. You know what? So is Atom. No, go on CoinGecko. C Mania 1. Go on CoinGecko and just you can sort by sector. Let me see that. Yeah. Is ADA a scam? Yes. Yep. Yeah, ADA is garbage. All right, there was something I still wanted to talk about, and then BTC dominance. Yeah. Looking terrible. Good to see. Others, new highs, very good. Others, total cap, also near highs, looking good. Here's the real reason why we're doing good things today. Look, hey guys, hey. The dollar rejected. It didn't quite get to my line, which I'm annoyed about. But I got close. We might see like one of these. That's my hope anyway. So we need the dollar to stop doing what it's doing. The S&P 500's retracing, good to see. NQ retraced everything, which is great to see. This kind of sucks. I wish the Russell was doing better. And QQQ. So, you know, it's all doing fine. Just so you know, from a correlation perspective, the QQQ is actually the best thing to watch relative to Bitcoin. We usually move in tandem with QQQ, but it's stopped around here. So this is when, you know, Bitcoin topped, and then this thing has just kept going. So who knows? All right. Sushi, garbage. Ah, yes, Sol. Yeah. This was actually one of the better examples of channel overshoot. So I alluded to it earlier. QQQ is the top 100 issues on the NASDAQ. So essentially, the Tech 100 is what it comes down to on QQQ. So if you guys recall when I was talking about this earlier, yeah, the NASDAQ 100, about the overshoot of the channel. And usually when you overshoot a channel, you go and test the other side. Let's take a look at Solana briefly. That's what happened over here. We had a channel overshoot on one side, came back down and tested the other side. It actually doesn't look as good. Where the hell is my line? It's kind of a self-fulfilling prophecy there. I forget where I had it, but it did happen on Solana. Yeah, Sol's on the A-line. I don't love this, okay? Like, we'll talk about, by the way, if you guys have alt requests, throw them in there, and we'll get into that. While I'm talking about Solana. I know Luna, a couple others. But we lost this channel. Depot, Algo, these dated monkeys. Yeah, I'll get there. So we're fighting with the 50 on Solana right now. 1, 2, close down. Bit of a reversal bar, reversal candle, back up. And yeah, you're right at this A line. Dan's point is a good one. This is where we broke down, and it's right on the A line again. Also, guys, if you're requesting something that like isn't, yeah, Upper GG, they do. That isn't on Trading Dude, please tell me that. I invested into. Oh yeah, okay. All right, so Leo Paul just asked a question. This is TradingView. Thank you, O'Grady. Leo Paul says, are you overall bearish or bullish? I hate that determination, okay? And usually when people ask me that, I don't answer. But I'll tell you why I don't answer. Because if I say bullish or I say bearish, that kind of paints me with a bias that I don't want to have, okay? I don't have a bias. My bias is what the chart tells me. I love crypto. Crypto has changed my life. It's changed my family's life. It's going to change a lot of your lives if it hasn't already. I'm very bullish on crypto long term. Am I a bull or a bear? Right now, man, I read the charts. I think we are in a downtrend, but that does not make me a bear. It's a really bizarre line in the sand for me to die on, but like hopefully you get where I'm coming on that. So I think that we're going to move sideways and down a little bit further, but I will probably never, ever, ever be bearish on crypto, period. We go down 80%, I would not be bearish on crypto. Sealer was the first request I saw, so we're going to do that. Yeah, that's true. I'm assuming you meant Sealer BTC. I don't care if everybody's bullish, everybody's bearish with me. I really don't care at all. I just want to read what the chart tells me. Okay. I get what you mean. I just mean more in the next few days. I don't think we're going to up only. Leo, this is for you specifically. I don't think we're just going to rip right back to highs. So I guess that would make me think we're moving sideways or potentially down again. So Sealer, in fact, this is interesting. Sealer, I think, was the first Stacked Labs gem. Don't you guys think? I don't know how many OGs are here, but back when I was streaming with Ataxia and Adrian a lot, we talked about Sealer, and it was 30 sats. 30, 31, right here. Hunter Modders, back when Bitcoin was $600. I put a K into it. Took profit a week later and put it into a gambling website. It's pretty smart. Yeah. Henry the 12th, you remember. All right, that's awesome. So, yeah, we bought this about 30 sats. And yeah, it ran up here. And I never rebought, even though I looked at it down here and was like, nah, and missed this entire move up. So what I would say about Sealer, which is, I don't know how you best describe it, but on a 3-day chart, this is glorious, okay? Legit glorious. I feel glorious. I'm not singing. 1, 2, 3. Boom. So if you wanted to get long on Sealer, or if you're holding and you want to cut your position, I would want to see this area hold versus BTC. Like if we're going to come down here, I would want this 165 area to hold. Because if not, it's pretty clear it's going to drop by 80%, 70, 80%. And I think it will. If we got to 450 and we're down here talking about 165, I feel pretty confident that's going to hold. But we'll see. All right, the next one I saw, don't look at the Atom chart, so I'm going to look at Atom. I'm okay with this, all right? I'm okay with this. If you guys remember, I had like a crazy Bulltard tweet, post, whatever, where I said, if you see these flip, this is when shit goes parabolic. And we didn't get it yet on Atom, which is too bad. But this is like the last key point, and we're putting in a battle. We bounced off the 50-day. Whenever you see on any chart this level of buying, would you work? Good Lord. This level of buying, it's going to be defended. It might not be defended right there, but it'll be defended pretty strongly. So I think this is a very, very high RR trade right now. Because the invalidation is fairly simple. Like, I would not buy it like here per se, but if you get that rip up, what is that, 2870? You could justify a long on Atom pretty easily on that break and then set your stops below. So it'd be like a $4 stop loss. And, you know, even to the top of the range, it'd probably be, where could you actually get in? 28. Right there. So yeah, it'd be a 5-hour trade if you make it back to the top, which is pretty good. The only reason I went to Sealer BTC is because I just recall that's what it's mostly been traded against. Like when I bought it was back before I got kicked off of Binance, and I could only use Bitcoin to buy it. His dudeness. Thoughts about XRP? Oh, good. I'll get there. Because I didn't KYC. So I deleted my account. I do like this area. If the market moves sideways and Atom can hold this, it might be among the best trades you'll have the remainder of the year. No joke. Motherfucker. All right, let me know if you guys are in ads and when you're back. I know like half of you are in, half of you aren't. I don't know. I got a headache. Pretty bad. You know what's funny? These dated monkeys is I was going to Algo next. All right, well that's Algo. There you go. All done there. These dated monkeys. I'm kidding. Kidding. It'd been super funny if I had gotten that exactly as you came back. Yeah, I think this is also a buy on Algo. I don't even have to look much further than what I'm already doing. This is clearly the key area, $1.57. It's a great area. If you're going to long versus USD, I will check versus ETH, Elgeth. Yeah, it's less good. There you go, though. Got a little bit of hopium in that, but a bit of a trend trying to form. Pig dogs. Yeah, that's a new one. Nibbler wanted me to pull up Dead Fucking Last. I don't know why. Thank you. Wow. Mana, yeah. I'm going in order, by the way. Cutie says Algos pretty much never outperformed ETH. Cut my bag, no regret. 100% logical. 100% logical. Like, I have no problem with that decision, Cutie NFT. For real. So I don't know if this is the DFL you were talking about, Nibbler, but yeah, I don't know what it is. Looks good. Hunter Mods asked about tech. I don't know if I can find that on here. Honeyswap. Jesus H. Christ. Are they experiencing a rug pull? No. This look like a rug to me. There's a ton of charts that look like that. This still got 600 grand in liquidity. Just to be clear, a rug pull is where liquidity is drained when there's nothing else. No doubt, Polar. Thanks for popping in, my man. Hopefully you come back. So yeah, this is not a rug pull. And I know you said you invested in it. Hunter, a lot of charts that have investors look like this. Token launches, people that were allocated right away sell it down to shit. Move sideways, pops up, they get another allocation, they sell it down to shit. So like, if that is the case with this, and I don't know that it is, I know nothing about it. I don't think you would see that change until those people's allocations are done. So do with that what you will. FTM Matic. Yeah, somebody asked about Matic earlier. And by the way, guys, like when people ask me about stuff, someone just made the point or asked the question, why'd you check on it in USD versus Ethereum? Because I'm going to tell you what the USD chart looks like. And if the USD chart is breaking out, you generally can take that and apply it and say, well, there's a pretty good likelihood that it's going to be breaking out versus ETH right now. So like, that's not bad. Or F. Which one? Hey-o. Matic usually runs with ETH. Good to know. Yeah, I mean it's down. It's at the lows, but it looks like what I would say is that if you like Matic versus ETH, it's just been kind of holding this level the whole time. So, you know. So, Hunter, since we were just talking about your stuff and you just responded, it just seems so sketchy and confusing. Didn't understand why the price was not moving at all and sell orders weren't going through. Jump into their Telegram if they have one and ask, like straight up ask. Sometimes they'll tell you or, advise you on how to fix stuff. Like I know with Apex, a lot of people couldn't sell, but they didn't understand how the router worked. So it might be some weird reflect function that you're not allocating for. FTM looks not bad. Yeah. As much as it pains me to say it, Phantom actually looks pretty good. I'm going in order, Nibbler, so it doesn't matter if you do or don't. Either I'll get to it in the time that I have or I won't. Yeah, I don't mind FTM. I mean, I don't really enjoy using FTM. It's just as is Shane, but the chart looks all right. I'll trade it. You got an A line here, which I already sort of rejected. Because again, guys, A lines work on everything. I don't know where I'd put that, to be honest with you. One of these two. Probably up higher. Hunter, thank you for the sub. Sub with Prime. I always forget that you can do that. But I do appreciate it. Trias, Snaggy P. Oh, what is this? I don't know. Are you new? I think you are new. What is this? Hey, man. Just stick around here more often. You won't be as broke. I don't know if Snaggy's here anymore, but does anybody know what Trias is? Trias? Oh, there you are. Smart contract execution platform. Doesn't look bad, man. Actually looks pretty good. In fact, this looks really nice. This looks really nice. Odd strength. I don't know much about it. He says, Snaggy P says the smart contract execution platform. It's on KuCoin, so it can't be complete garbage. I mean, it could, but it's probably not. Yeah, I'd be very interested to see this breakout. If it breaks out, it's probably worth playing. This is a nice gem for you guys to track. Again, I don't know anything about the project. The project can be complete dog shit. I don't know. But the chart looks good. Just know that about me. But when we get into this, I should just add a disclaimer, like a button I should press. Now that we've entered into the alt portion of the stream, Jared will be providing his opinion on the TA of the alts. What Jared says is not an endorsement of what they actually do. But even so, the reason why I say it looks nice is somebody likes it. Somebody is actually market making this. And is acquiring. It's a compression of price. 80% garbage. Maybe. Don't even get me started on that. I'm trying to get on Index Tools. Wow. You look like the dude from ADA. I will fight you. I will fight you. I will ban you from this chat. You're right, though. I mean, it's not hard to look like me. Just like put on some weight and grow a beard. You know? Yeah, I don't know what Depot is. Grady. Oh, Grady. But pretty solid. Oops. Wait, isn't there a way that I can flip? There we go. Yeah, I mean, like, it's not. All right. I don't know what this is. Do your own research. But that is pretty solid. Depot is a DEX. Tried using it the other day. Apparently lower gas fees. Pretty wild. It's an app that links all sex, DEX, NFT, and so on. Shares 50% of fees to holder. That's pretty sick, man. Yeah, I like it. I like it a lot. Very nice. Also, DEX Tool sucks less than I remember. I'm going to have to get back to actually using this bullshit again. Nice spot. Hey, that's 2 in a row, guys. 2 in a row. About how many coins do I track at one time? Like 700. A lot. It takes a lot for me to actually take position, though. I'm getting there, Platty. Damn. Did I get to tech? Yeah. No, I did. All right, talk about that. Tell. The hell is Tell? Ha! Pretty funny. Yikes. Is Mexi a garbage site? Yeah. Yeah, it is. Yep. Yeah, it's horrible. I don't really mince words either. You guys probably figured that out by now. If I think it's garbage, I'll tell you. It's probably garbage. Curb, ask him about MCC chart, please. I'll make an account soon. Gotta make an account, man. I saw it, though. I have the Stack Labs chat open while I'm doing this. So TEL actually looks not bad. Again, don't know what it is. $6.3 million in liquidity is not nothing. So, not terrible. I'm trying to make a living from crypto and change my life from it, but I suck. Yeah. Not uncommon. Don't quit your job before you figure it out. So, it takes time, man. It takes time. Here's the problem with, this is my quick aside while I let my brain relax. I had a very bad headache at this moment. I don't know why. The thing about trading for a living is if you start to look at it like a job and like you need it to make rent or make your mortgage or something, you start forcing trades and it's the worst thing you can do. So don't quit your job. If you want to go that route, make sure you can sustain your returns and you get like several years of living expenses in the bank before you even consider leaving. I did FTM, I did Atom, Sealer. Yeah, Wakame, I retweeted that. Because he's 100% right. Like if you made... Yeah, there is. Hold on, let me look. if you made life-changing money, you really don't want that to come back. And mess with, you know, the money you've earned if you already changed your lifestyle, right? So if you go onto, somebody just asked, no, Hunter, that's the thing, man, it won't. You got to learn how to trade. It's not hard to make that money. And it just makes it hard when you're forcing it. All right, I forget where it was. Well, anyway, somebody asked me if there's a way to see on markets, and there is. Like if you go to, God, these are all fucking garbage. Let's go to Chainlink. You go to markets, this tab, it will show you where the most volume is and what the volume is. And then you can see where there's likely to be the most liquidity. I think there's a way to actually see the liquidity as well. But yeah, markets on CoinGecko will tell you like if they're trading $118 million a day on Binance, I imagine there's a pretty large stack of liquidity on Binance. And Uniswap would be in here too. Somewhere. I don't know. Nobody fucking trade links because it's a bag of dicks. So that's not the best example. Algo, I have no ads, blah, blah, blah. One. I make money gambling on sports. I do. Nah, UFC. That's harder. The NFL sometimes. I'm really good at baseball, but being in Germany, I imagine that probably doesn't help you out a ton. So you have deviations on either side of one. Yeah, Harmony 1 is showing decent relative strength. In all seriousness, Hunter, StackedInvest.com, which is the sponsor of this stream. One of my really good friends, Joel Birch, is the CEO. Is essentially designed for you. Okay? It's very easy. You can put money in. They have trading strategies. And, you know, you set up a bot, pay for the bot. It will trade on your behalf. Pretty good. They're coming out with some new advancements here in the near future. So that will make it a little bit more, even more user-friendly, even easier to do. So I would, I would look at StackedInvest.com. I also have my fund plus EV, but that's a little bit more convoluted. So if you want to learn more about that, come to the chat. All right, Curb. Yikes. So Curb in the Stack Labs chat said, ask him about MCC chart, please. I'll make an account soon. Well, this is your one that I'll do before you have an account. But I don't know what this is, and it looks terrible. It's a scam. There you go. All right. Well, Platty says it's a scam. These sorts of red bars on any chart, you never want to see. That's people exiting fully. He said thanks in the chat room. Nib said, does Stacked have plans for something like token sets? Yeah, they do actually. In fact, Stacked and token sets are kind of like competitors. Kind of. Not really. Stacked is going to take over the world. Hand to God, man. Hand to God. Just wait for what's coming on Stacked in the next 6 months. You guys are going to be like, holy shit. I'm going to tell my grandparents. I'm going to tell my friends. I'm going to tell my uncles. I'm going to tell everybody I know to use StackedInvest.com because I have a little bit of insight into what they're doing. It is going to be crazy. It is going to be crazy how awesome Stacked is going to be when the product they're working on is doing everything right. So you can be in the USA and use it, no problem. They're doing everything right. Stacked is going to be an absolute fucking baller. Okay? Just write it down. Write it down. When Stacked token? I don't know. I got to convince them to launch one. It's hard to do though. By the way, Flockin, I'm not ignoring you. I'm just going in order. I don't know if this is going to load or not, but he asked about Apex and Samo. Yeah, Samo's having a tough go, as is Apex. The thing about Apex, which people don't really understand, is GG was launched as like a time fork. Because like the forks of like time and like other stuff like that, the treasury gains money. And they actually make money based off of like managing the treasury. And GG and Apex are tied together. So I think GG had an issue. Like, I mean, I'm sure people talked about it, but Stack, join the Stack Labs chat, please. I don't want to talk about that much here. Technically, no. I don't manage anybody's money. I don't manage anybody's money. I don't custody anybody's money. I just don't really want to talk about it on stream. So jump into the Stack Labs chat, please, if you want to learn more. Apex is tied very much to GG. And the problem with GG is when it was launched, a bot bought 3,400 GG at $3. And so GG's kind of gotten its ass kicked. But that was a strategic decision to let that die and force that person who botted the launch out. And that person's now 100% out. So if GG takes off, which it should, like the base of people who are buying now are going to do what needs to be done to keep GG where it is and hopefully grow it. The treasury growing should help out Apex. I'm not saying that it will. It should. And that's all kind of market dependent. So be careful with that. But yeah. Wakame just had a great point as well. There's nothing really wrong with Samo. It's just not dog season. And like Samo was actually holding up amazingly well through that market volatility for a while. And then when everything started to take a shit, like it started selling off pretty badly. But in my opinion, Wakame is 100% right. Yeah, GG's a good game. It's like, it's not actually stands for, it's like googly, goggly, I don't know. But essentially it's for a good game. If you go into the Stack Labs chat, I'll tell you, I'll link you to it. But if you feel like the market's on better footing, I doubt you'll find a better buy than Samo. So I am much more, get googly, galactic, goggles, I don't know, some bullshit like that. I wouldn't have named it that. So keep an eye. But I will say this, Flockin, I feel better about your Samo hold than I do about Apex. Because Apex has this GG thing to get sorted out, which causes some issues. But I still own a ton of both. So maybe I'm the clown. IMX. Yeah, no problem. Yikes. Why do I always miss this shit, man? Every fucking time. Yeah, IMX looks great. Apex has NFTs and another project on BSync. That's true. Like, they're not stopping developing it. By the way, I went to just flip off this platy because it looks good. I know you know it looks good. And I am not a part of this. I never really have been. But yeah, this looks amazing. Higher highs, higher lows, spin up only. Like, this shit's crazy. Less good on gods, but what did I just pick? OKEX? Yeah, that's just kind of range bound. Shady Capital just had like some of the best advice I've seen in a while. When I buy meme coins, I essentially set an alarm for 5x and just assume it goes to 0. If it goes to 5x, it goes to 5x. I sell. If not, I lose. Not a bad way to play memes. That's why you put in money when you can afford to lose. No doubt about it. Yeah, Gods looks less good, but 1MX is legit. Crow, I want to kill myself. Not really. It's not funny. Don't kill yourself. Self-harm's not fun. I mean, like, Highlander was telling us about it back here when it was like nothing, and I was like, Crypto.com's dumb. And then it ran, to $1 and rejected. Not shocking when things like this go to $1 and reject, because round number bias is real. And people are like, oh my God, I bought it for 24 cents and it went to $1. Like, people will sell 4x. So that doesn't shock me. The area that if it keeps going down, I would want to see it hold. Like about here. 50 to 60 somewhere. If it doesn't hold this area. Thoughts on Shiba Inu working on an NFT game? Is the potential for 0.001 SHIB there? I gotta be honest, I don't ever even look at SHIB. For a 0.001, so like the third decimal, the thousandths, no. No, it is not there. I don't know much, but I do know that SHIB will not go to 0.001. A 23x from here. If ADA is 10, where is SHIB for you? Hold on a second. I just want to, like, so right now, just so you guys know, 23 times 23. If that were to happen, what was just posited to me as a question, it would be 500 billion market cap. That's right. And that would be larger than Ethereum is right now. So I stand by my original statement. No. That will not happen. Ever. But the burn. Somebody asked about. That is the. Yeah, I knew what you meant, Adastra. You know, I don't hate SHIB that much because when the SHIB pumps, all the dog coins pump. I don't hate it as much. I do not enjoy it. Don't get me wrong, but like, you know, Doge will be the world's currency. No, Doge will be a world's currency, but that world will be Mars. So, not even on Mars. All right, see, there you go. Rez says no. It just depends if Elon gets there first and does some dumb shit. He probably will. If Elon gets there first, he'll make it the currency of Mars because he's dumb. ADA will flip BTCD. Now, Stack, you're trolling me. Oh, yeah, Sand. I should do that. Jesus Christ. I said cheese and rice. Cheese and rice. Alex, what's up, buddy? Welcome back. Good for you to be here. Not even 2 to 4 years from now will SHIB be at $500 billion market cap? No. My recommended NFT marketplace? Well, I mean, OpenSea on Ethereum. Magic Eden on Solana. I don't know. Do people actually trade NFTs on Binance Smart Chain? Not that I'm aware of. I still have like 20 bunks. Binance punks. I sold my AVAX punk. You guys probably saw that in the chat. I had the #1 overall AVAX punk in terms of rarity. I sold that. I remember, Wakami says, I remember April, May when he was turbo shelling it. And I thought there's a bizarro timeline where the one coin equals $1 plus low transaction fee narrative takes over and Doge really became default spending crypto. Thank fucking dumb. Dude, for real. That dude's crazy. That dude is crazy. Do I know anything about gelato? Yeah, dude, I've been to Italy a few times. I've tried some gelato. I'm trying to remember, there's this place that I went to in Tuscany that had like the best gelato on earth, man. It was so good. Oh, Gelato Network. Ah, I see now. I figured that's what you meant. No, I don't know anything about it. It sounds like Bake. Is the NFT marketplace on BSC? I don't know. I'm not getting any dropped packets on my side, Alexon. So I think it probably is just you. Yeah, I agree. That's why I said I'm holding on to my bunks, hoping that 30 years from now I can go back and be like, oh my God, I'm going to buy a new boat based off my bunks. Otherwise, I'm just assuming it's going to zero. No, just the guy asked about gelato, and I said, yeah, I remember one time I was in Tuscany where I went to grab this gelato. It was at this place out in wine country, and it was like earth-shatteringly good. But he meant Gelato Network. Gel, I come to find out. No, that's not it either. You were hyped about the gelato stream? Dude, I'm telling you. I'm going to figure it out. I'll let you guys know what it was called. By the way, we're back on Bitcoin here. I said I thought we were going to reject this area. $900 later. Here we are. All right. There's the Stacked Labs chat again. If you want to come in, you can always ask me questions in there. Why is that? Let's do some live trading? No. I don't trade live. I post my trades live, but as someone who's been hacked before for a lot of money, I don't put any of my information out there like that. Is it not working on Twitch? That's weird. I don't know. Come join the Stacked Labs chat. When she learns you held the top AVX punk in terms of rarity. That was a pretty good line. All right. So, is everybody clear on the plan? I think we reject here. Hopefully we move lower to the bottom of the channel. We get a nice reversal and boom. Move higher. Einstein, I need to do a lot of things. I'm still working on my class, working on whatever. But I would say is that you need to get a hardware wallet. If you don't, I got hacked because I got phished. And the guy stole all my money. So. Kind of rejected this DTL here. In fact, I wonder. No, not yet. But I kind of think this will go retest range lows again soon. Hopefully that happens in the same time frame that Bitcoin is doing this and moving to the bottom of the side, or this side or bottom of the channel. And that would give us a nice long confluence that I would feel very good about getting long about. Right now I'm still standing. I'm personally sitting in over 90% cash. I have the fund at 58% cash because I thought there might be a pump, and if this continues to go poorly, I'm going to move it even more to cash. So, yeah. I say BTC will go higher. Good. It might. It won't get past the 50, though. Where's the Max Payne scenario on options? Joel, do we know? I don't know where that chart is. I would love to see where the strike and the strike price is for Max Payne right now on open interest. It's gone already? Yikes. Fuck. CHZ, that's a Corian's boy. Aquarian's chart. Oh, that was last Friday. Got it. They got it. I hear you. Yeah, I guess you're right because we don't have a Friday expiration. CHG looks really, really good. Really good. Aquarian or Joao, depending on where you know him from. I've been talking about this shit since it was way down here. Probably lower. I don't know when you brought it up. You've been bringing it up for a while. So definitely a good one. Chili's. They do all the fan tokens. I think that's this one. So take a look at it. Chart looks solid though. Holding up against ETH too. Pretty good. All right. Any last questions for me? My head's hurting too much, man. I gotta get out of here. Yeah. High level consolidation above that. Rez asked me if I use order flow. Not really here. I use it when I trade futures. I don't use order flow as like a signal per se. but I do use order flow. Yeah, I'll pull it up. I'll pull up Strong to look at high volume nodes and just kind of know where big prices have come in and where those, or big orders have come in and where those liquidation levels will be. So I use it in that regard. Yeah, Strong actually looks good. Not so much against Ethereum. You would want that area to hold. If not, it'll come back down to that 0.071 area. Jaspo, what's up? Jaspo, let me ring the bell here for Jaspo. Jaspo has been a subscriber for 7 months, man. 7 months. That's crazy, dude. Thank you for your support, Jaspo. I appreciate you, man. Hopefully it's been a profitable 7 months for you and you made money. That's crazy, though. Sincerely, thank you from the bottom of my heart. It does. It does. Yeah, look, he's even got the founder. First founder, 7 month subscriber. It's badass, man. Super badass. So King Spark, yeah, I think it'll probably go lower. Time does fly. Which indicators do I use the most? I really only use 2 indicators. I use my MACD and I use the 50 MA. And I say 50 MA instead of 50 day because the 50 MA is like the mean reversion line on almost every instrument, any time frame. So when you see a huge deviation from one side away from the 50 day, and you can see it here, away from the 50, like you'll see that being the place it reverts to when it finally levels out. So I use it as like a how far have we extended away from the mean, the 50 segment moving average. And then I use the MACD for divergences, which is like how I call the majority of the shit that I do. And you go, Jared, you only have 2 indicators? Yeah. I have 2 indicators. I understand price action. I'll out trade 97% of people that are out there, probably more. Yes, I know that's arrogant, but at this point, I've been doing this for 7 months, trading with my fucking trades out there, and you know, if you don't know it by now, then it's your call. Yeah, so it's not Jerry. I mumbled. My name is right. Fuck there, Jared. Jared. I do not use the EMA. I use the simple moving average, and I'd be like, "Are you serious? You don't wait recency?" No, I don't. 50 segment. 50 MA. Good stuff. Good stuff. 74 of you. That's pretty cool. I'm like super, super close. Shut up, Siri. I'm super close to a couple of achievements on here. One of these days I need to like get Kaz to help me coordinate a stream. I got to carry like 100 people for a half hour, and that gets me to like the next level up as a Twitch streamer. So we'll see. We will see. All right, I think I'm gonna call it. As is usually the case, I pause the music and then I hit the outro. The outro means there's 1 minute left. I'll answer any question within 1 minute. Hunter Modders, you've given out more information in the 1 hour I've been in here than the hours I've been in other streams. That's what I'm going for.
3, 2, 1.
Tell your friends. Bring more people. Thank you. Any last second questions? Kaz is back now. I'm signing off, buddy. Kaz, give me a price target on Dragons while you're here, buddy. Give me a price target on Dragons. Where does it end? Go blue. Absolutely go blue. Absolutely Michigan's going to beat Iowa. All right, y'all. I'll catch you.